what's wrong with LegacyLogin? This is probably a big question, but what is wrong with it?
Well, there's a lot wrong with LegacyLogin, and as you mentioned, was created decades ago and really was never intended to do what we use it for, and what most applications and enterprises use it for today is in simple terms, it's the gated access to any service, right? Whether that's a personal account or a subscription-based service. The easiest way to think about it is it's the front door lock that lets you in to a digital environment, right? With the expanse of everything we do today and so much of it being online, we've had to expand our use of that legacy technology tremendously. And when you couple what you do for work with your personal life, you end up with an enormous amount of different usernames, different passwords. And our frustration is centered around the idea that we just can't be that creative to have hundreds of these to remember. And then that creates risks and vulnerabilities because we typically land in a scenario where we use a similar passphrase or a similar self-created algorithm to make a password. And that leads to the ease of replication. If one of those is captured in a data breach, and actually just this month with everything, well, not this month, but in May, 8.8 billion sets of records were stolen during this pandemic, which means that some of your passwords were captured and will be reused across different things, because if we're honest with ourselves, we likely have used the same password across more than one environment, and or at least a small variation of that password, which the computers today can create different variations very easily. And you can go Google how easy it is to generate even up to a 12-character password, and IBM's got machines now that can do amazing things, and which means that bad people also have that access. So that's the problem with LegacyLogin today. And at simple terms, there's the front door of your house, and there's the back door, and then there's the windows, and there's basically different ways to enter a structure, right? Well, there's different ways to enter digital environments as well. The easiest and path of least resistance for a bad actor, as well as a upstanding citizen, is the front door, right? So our access through that front door is still the number one cause of data breach, and why we need to address at least looking at how we modernize the front door lock.